Welcome to Girl Talk. Thanks for joining us today. We are at the Vinery. As you can see, we'll be chatting with them later on in the show. But first, we're kicking off the show with Mindful. It's products that are mindful and beautiful. And of course, with us today, we have Karina. Thanks you so much.
Thanks for having me. I'm excited.
And I'm guessing the theme today is babies. It's spring, baby showers.
You got it. Yeah,
okay.
Spring is a really popular time for baby showers. So
awesome.
We're going to talk all things babies, which
I love
I'm really
it.
excited. So the first company I want to talk about is called Cuddle and Kind,
So
which I think is a
cute.
really cute name. Started by parents who wanted to really fight childhood hunger around the world. So dolls are ethically made, produced, and handcrafted. You can see all the little details. And
So much detail.
Everything here. And for each doll that you buy, 10 meals go to children in need and are hunger. So quality, cotton, non-toxic, babies put everything in their mouth, so you want something that you can trust. Handcrafted by women in Peru. And the company actually has a sustainable and fair trade agreement with them. So they're all treated really well and have jobs and can provide for their families, which is really cool. They work with several foundations, World Food Program, Children Hunger Fund, and they actually have full transparency on their companies online, so you can see what food is going to the children and exactly what each doll is giving.
That's
so
amazing.
Really cool. Their business is all about kindness, and you've got to go online and see the other dolls that they have. These are just two.
This is Sebastian the lamb.
And then this is Charlotte the dog.
He's adorable.
and just very sweet. And what a, at a shower, you'll talk about this gift.
Yeah,
if you give
exactly.
this
It's
to
got a
us.
great story to accompany it.
So the second company I want to talk about is called T. So as you can see, I have some clothing here. We need to dress baby. But this is not just for baby. We can also buy for older kids too. These are globally inspired clothing. Company will actually travel around the world and get designs and different patterns and colors from different countries. All their manufacturers sign a Fair Trade Act, and it's examined on a regular basis. So no holes in the system here. And every single purchase is actually giving back to the Global Fund for Children. So all about creating a better environment for children. So you're buying great, beautiful clothes with soft materials that you want up against baby's skin. So important. And then they do a really cool thing called School Days. So twice a year, you get 15% off, and then the company actually matches that and gives 15% to your local school. And all you have to do is really sign up for it. So give back to your local school, buy beautiful clothes. And their company is named T, which is all about community and sharing. And I think that's kind of a nice little, metaphor for.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I want to talk about this too before we go, because it is not a real ice cream cone.
No, it's not. It's actually a baby tea. They're called Sweet Tooth, started by parents again, and I trust companies started by parents. They combine the ultimate soother, ice cream, and high quality material, 100% silicone that surpasses safety standards here in the US, Canada, and Europe. Non-toxic, BPA free, no chemicals, made here in the US. They're really sweet. They smell, that matches your outfit actually.
It does.
And the little toy kind of encourages fine motor skills as they're teething. And after they're done with the toy, it doesn't just get trashed. It can be recycled into a play kitchen, and the kids can use it. And my son really enjoys it. It soothes his gums, and any parent knows teething is a really traumatic experience, not only for you, but for the baby, of course. So why not get something that's, really great for the baby? You can buy that locally here in Madison. All of these you can buy online. And what a special time to buy for a newborn baby and make that special gift. These are the memories that you're creating. So.
And your Instagram is a great resource for seeing these in action. I mean, these are real things and real products that you use with your son.
Absolutely.
And you can follow Karina at MochaMind on Instagram.
Thanks for having me.
Great to have you back. And we've got a great show of Girl Talk ahead for you. Stay with us.
Hello, welcome back to Girl Talk. We have been filming today at the Vinery, a stained glass studio on the east side of Madison, and we love our art projects. We're going to have some fun later in the show. Right now, we have the privilege to chat with Miss Tia Lynn. So if you haven't been to Contours Lingerie yet, you're going to want to, and listen up. It's a locally owned and operated custom fit bra boutique right here in Madison. They're on Mineral Point Road. And Tia is also a big deal, if I may say so. She's an international award-winning designer, and her collection is here at Contours Lingerie. So thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
We love chatting with you. So spring is finally coming. It's around the corner. I can feel it. The warmth is here. What's new?
What's really hot and trending right now are bralettes. just very comfortable, easy soft cut bralettes. They've been all the rage and trend. And now we have pajamas and sleepwear with bralettes built in. So you can have that nice light support, maybe answer the door for the pizza man. But, you know, be comfortable around your kids. And, you know, and for when you're traveling and staying at other people's houses, you know, you're going to have to run down the hallway to the restroom in the middle of the night. At least you'll feel a little bit more lifted.
I think that's great. Yeah, you want a little bit of support, when, especially when the family members are over.
Yes.
When the pizza man comes. Tia, you often talk about body shape, loving your body, and women come in all different shapes and sizes. Talk about the different ways bras are shaped as well to accommodate that.
The thing that's really interesting is that, like everything in life, you know, there is so much variety, and there are as many bust shapes and breast shapes as there are eye shapes.
And I think you kind of forget about that. You think of size, but not really shape. And so you're saying that the bras are actually shaped differently, not just sized differently.
Well, the kind of neat thing is that the girls are pliable tissue, so we can actually mold them into different shapes based on the bra shape, and yet we need to kind of make everything match the rest of your body type and the type of clothing that you choose to wear. You know, that being said, not everybody's comfortable in the same styles. And it's really important for our customers to communicate with us when they feel good in something, and then if something feels too tight.
That's interesting. You're taking me back to the day when bosoms were more conical, you know, instead of rounded and full, they were a little.
Right, the ideal shape has maybe changed over time.
Thank you. That helped.
And it's making me think of the last time I was in, we actually were talking about that because that shape actually fits better in like dress blouses. Is that right?
Yes.
Because I think you helped me find one with more of that shape and it looks much better under your clothes. So you have to think about what you wear every day too.
Interesting.
And I know for me, my diet in the wintertime, I don't know if you guys feel like this too, it's a lot of hot foods, carbs, a lot of meats and stuff, starches. And I've been working out more, trying to get ready for summer, and your diet kind of changes too. Do you see that women have different bras and different sizes for kind of your winter body here in Wisconsin and then your summer?
Absolutely. I truly believe in winter bodies and summer bodies, and I had potato chips yesterday bodies, you know, and we're always on a different plan and what we're going to be in whatever makeup we are. And I think what's really important is to embrace what you are today. And just like a fashion stylist would tell you to get rid of all your clothes and donate them if they're too big or too small, so that you are open to shopping for who you are now and clutter-free. I think it's the same thing with your bras. You really, if you've lost 5 pounds, you deserve a new one, and it should be pretty, not the one that you wore out, that you hung on to because you had loved in a former life.
That's a really good point.
I had those before I saw you. Okay, we probably all did, right? Let's talk a little bit about, before we go here quickly, I want to talk about if you can wear the same bra for different activities, treadmill to the office. What do you think?
Ideally, that would be fantastic, but you might not want to go with your sweaty bra from the treadmill to your office.
Maybe the other way around?
However, the same bra on another day could work that way. And I think that sometimes it's important to have, you know, if your body is in transition, you really kind of owe it to yourself to have 2 bras, one on and one in the wash.
Yeah.
And when your body is in its stable position and you're not making big changes, then you can build your selection over time and budget pending, you know, and have a variety of different items for different clothing.
Yeah, I sure have felt good having some from you that I can wear with different outfits for different things. It's been great. Well, thank you for sharing with us, Tia.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it. This is Tia Lynn, designer and owner of Contours Lingerie on Mineral Point. And this is Girl Talk. We'll see you right after the break.
Welcome back to Girl Talk. We are at the Vinery Stained Glass Studio today. It's right off of East Washington, and we're going to chat with them a little bit later on in the show. Very excited about that segment. But first, we have Rosemary Williams. She's the co-owner of Premier Couture in Cambridge. Excited to have you here today. It was just February, which means Valentine's Day wasn't that long ago. It's
That's
a
right.
big time for people to get engaged.
That's right.
And people start to look for bridal gowns, which is just, I can't even imagine how exciting of a process that must be.
Do you have an
It is.
announcement? This is quite the lead-in.
I married my cat. That's the closest thing I've got.
You're not alone. It doesn't matter who comes in the store if they're not getting married. It's just like they just look dreamily at the dresses and think prom girls when they're in, you know, they
Yeah.
look at all the dresses and they look forward to that day and
Yeah.
Heavy sigh.
yes, and wonder how would they ever pick. And you know, it's funny because you don't pick bridal gowns like you pick everything else.
Sure.
So some people are excited about it, like
Yeah.
you clearly would be. Some people are daunted by it.
That's
I would
Janet.
be.
Yeah.
Yes.
We've talked about this before.
Yes, and like they're afraid.
Mm-hmm.
They're afraid they'll never find something they love.
Sure.
They're afraid they'll never find something that'll look great on them. They're afraid that what they do love will be way more money than they want to spend. So there's a lot of fears going into it, but it actually is really kind of magical instead of fearful. Anyways, that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you have some tips, 3
Totally.
tips for us
Yeah.
to kind of make the process easier and really make it fun,
And
right?
this is
Yes.
coming from somebody who knows firsthand. This is
Yes.
not your
Yeah.
first year in bridal by
No.
any means.
No, I was just thinking about that today. We're not really that far from our 25th
Wow.
amazing.
year. Yeah, isn't that?
Congratulations.
That's the kind of person you want helping
Yeah.
you too.
You
It
bet.
just knows all the ins and outs of how this works.
Totally.
Well, and still surprised myself all the time, still learning new things all the time about brides and weddings and getting to be awed and enamored with the you know, with the process all the time.
How fun
it's
that you still
fantastic.
get excited about it.
I do. It is. It still has its hold on me. Still really
Oh.
have a lot of passion for it. But one of the things that can give people, I talked about budget.
Yeah.
So there are like 3 tips 3 secrets that we like to share with brides that can prepare them for the process
Sure.
of finding the perfect dress for them. And one is thinking about the budget.
Yeah.
You'd be surprised actually how many people really haven't thought about it when they walk into the store. And I don't know if that's just because, again, those fears, sometimes you just would rather not think about it
Yeah.
than come to terms with whatever reality they think is lurking. But the truth is bridal gowns are very affordable in comparison to what they've always been. When I purchased my dress, which is, well, a really long time ago, we don't need to do any more math. Seriously, dresses, same price
Wow.
as today,
Oh.
except that you get much better dresses. You get more quality, more
Detail?
detail. The components are better, the design is better, everything is better, and same prices. So just knowing what you're willing to spend will help alleviate a lot of fears when you come in.
Sure.
Yeah, because if you don't know, you might go in and then someone could pick out a few items. You might fall in love with one out of your price range.
Exactly.
Or you might not get into your price range and see the dress of your dreams. So I think that's a
Exactly.
great tip.
Yep.
We only have about a minute left. So
Sure.
2 more tips you said?
Okay, so bring the people that are the most important to have with you. Again, something that people are often surprised, like if I knew I was going to find my dress, I would have had my sister with me, or I would have had my mom with me. So definitely bring the
that's a
right
good one.
people, and then be prepared for magic. I think a lot of people think it's very sterile or like shopping for jeans or something like that, but it's not. It's like,
Thank goodness it's not.
yes, it's be prepared for that moment where you're just awestruck.
Do you have like a huge cabinet full of tissues
Absolutely.
ready? I'm sure you must go through them pretty
Often
quickly.
just as much for us
Oh.
as for them, because it gets us
Yeah.
every time.
And
yeah.
that's what I love about you guys is I can really tell how passionate you are and everybody on your staff, and you're so committed to having women find that moment, which
Yes.
everybody wants to have, that
Yes.
in awe moment.
Brides are valuable
Yeah.
and beautiful, and we want them to feel that way.
Well, be sure to stop by Premier Couture in Cambridge if you just got engaged and you're looking for your perfect dress. Again, Rosemary Williams, thank you for being with us.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. And we'll be back with more Girl Talk after the break.
Hi, welcome back to Girl Talk. We have been filming today at the Vinery, which is a stained glass studio off of East Washington, and we promised you an art project. This is the time. We've got Denny and Josh who are joining us, or rather we've been joining them here today. And I'm excited about what we're chatting about. So what's new at the Vinery? let's get caught up a little bit.
Okay, well, we have all kinds of things to show you, but I wanted to mention that we have just recently started some day classes. We discovered that people had a little time during the day. So we have our beginning stained glass class, which we're offering on Saturdays. And we're also offering a coral bowl class. And we'll be offering also fused garden stake. So these will all be going on during the day as opposed to evening or on
Wonderful.
Saturday.
So perfect little spring projects. I love that.
This is a perfect time of year for those.
It is. We're finally ready to get outside and decorate the garden.
Now, do you guys have any special events coming up?
We have a pretty big event coming up. Saturday, April 21st is our Customer Appreciation Day. We love our customers. So we'll have lots of food and drinks and door prizes. Every 15 minutes there'll
Wow.
be a raffle
gosh.
drawn. So you could walk away with
Perfect.
something.
Sounds like a fun time, whether maybe you're somebody who comes here a lot or maybe you've been meaning to stop in. Sounds like a good
Definitely.
time.
There's lots of good deals. Even for $3.50, we can get a little piece of 8x12 piece of glass, and there's so many possibilities.
That's these?
Just get someone
Gorgeous.
started. It's kind of inexpensive. You take a stained glass, and you could probably get the glass for under $20
Wow.
all together.
Perfect.
You guys have so much stuff going on, but I want to make sure that we talk about a special offer. We chatted a little off camera. This is pretty good.
Yes, yes. Well, this is an offer for anybody that's listening. A lot of times I'll be out and about and people will say, hey, I saw you on Girl Talk. And I said, oh, that's great. Have you been to the Vinery yet? And they say, oh, not yet. So I have a special offer to kind of coax you into the door. And,
We love a deal.
of course. So we have these fused glass pendants that you can come in and make anytime we're open. And they're normally $6 a piece. And we're going to offer those for free. You can come in and make one for free till the end of the month.
That's better than a deal.
It is.
That's totally
It's a
free.
steal.
That's
Doesn't
incredible.
get better than that.
You get to have fun too while you do it. That's, I think, the whole gift is
Yep.
the process of doing it. And it's a little intimidating if you haven't done something like that before, but these guys are amazing at teaching
Totally.
Well, and all the projects we have, that's no previous experience necessary. So you can come in, we've got great teachers here, you can come, relax, and just enjoy playing with glass.
you. It's fun too.
And I'm hoping we can get our hands a little bit dirty here. You guys have started a
can.
project for
We
us.
started. So these are our fused glass pop-up garden stakes here. We
Cute.
have a few examples that some customers actually came in and made on our last ladies' night.
This is my favorite.
The flamingos.
This is so cute.
It's so cute.
So these are like
Really are.
mosaic kind of theme, right? We're
Yeah.
using the mosaic process going about this. So we have our nippers here. You guys have done some nipping before, right?
Yeah, we're going to show both of you how to do
Okay,
that.
here we go.
I'll try to see if we can see this on camera. We have these mosaic nippers here. There's two wheels, and what we do is we just kind of pinch the glass with that and break it down into smaller pieces.
Hey.
It's really pretty easy, and
Okay.
It's
and
addicting.
some days it even relieves a little stress.
It is really
This
easy.
is my
does.
first time, so we'll see how it goes.
These are
I just
so-
hold like this.
Right.
I'm kind
in
of like
the
a
middle,
pro
and
at
just
this
squeeze.
by now.
There you go.
And I
All
want to show, I wish I
right.
could take credit for this, but
Oh, it's satisfying.
put together a
Okay.
little butterfly here and show how you can kind of arrange things. So this one's just in the process of being laid
Just on the
out.
process.
So add a little butterfly
So we
in
can
there.
lay our glass out on top of a product called No Days Thin Fuse, and we heat it up with a heat gun, so all of our glass that we lay on top of there doesn't shift around and move on us.
You want
So
to add some petals with me?
after you guys add your glass and petals on there,
Well, I'm in blue.
oh,
You
you're in
can
the
add to the
sky. That's
sky.
all right.
There we go. This is what I like about
There's
art
no
because
rules.
there's no rules.
Yeah.
No,
do
you
whatever
just
you
go
want.
with the flow.
There's no
you
wrong
know?
way.
There's no wrong way.
You're the only one making this right now, is what I tell people. This is art, creativity of the moment.
I love it. Such a blast.
Yeah, that's lots of fun. Okay, so this is one class that you're doing. Let's talk about some of the other classes.
We have a bunch of classes coming up here. Besides the garden stakes, we have a basket weave class here, our coral bowl class, like Denny had mentioned there. We do have some people, like you said, feel intimidated by the process. We have an
I know I did,
ABCs
yeah.
of fusing coming up. So
It's
you
sort of
know,
an entry-level beginning class. So if you think I'm slightly interested in glass fusing and I want to take an entry-level class, the ABCs of glass fusing is the perfect
get
class.
you over that
Okay.
hump.
Awesome.
And this is actually kind of fun, like the
It's so fun.
The glass
It's
snipping.
addicting.
I know. I want to do more.
And I
But
want
I
to mention
won't.
too.
Not right now.
These classes are great, obviously, if you've been just wanting to come in and try something new, but Mother's Day is really not that far off.
Good
and
point.
I think
It is
this
not.
is such a great gift because it's something homemade, but it's also really beautiful and something they can put in their garden.
Yeah, great thing for for youngsters to come in and make an art project. But when's the last time you gave, as an adult, you
Yeah.
gave your mom a present that you made?
Right.
How fun
All
would
the
that
time.
be?
Right.
No, it makes it special.
It really does. How nice would that be? I think that's wonderful.
Exactly.
So then once you get this far,
So
then these go. what
Then we
happens?
get everything down, get all your pieces down on there, right? And then we heat it up with a heat gun just so none of these pieces move around on there. And then we're going to kind of grout it with our frit and go in between all of our pieces and kind of make that
Ellen.
mosaic
Ellen,
kind
do you
of.
remember what glass frit is?
I do.
Okay.
I'm learning, Denny.
Okay. very good.
So glass frit's really just crushed up compatible glass, and then you brush it into all the cracks and you kind
Beautiful.
of get the mosaic kind of.
That's
So Josh,
wonderful.
how do we get from this stage
So
to
from that
stage?
to that stage, then we put it in a kiln, and we fire it up to 1380 degrees. Let everything get nice and flat on there.
Nice and melty.
And then we, then we.
And then you have
glue a
this
stake on
beautiful
the back of it.
masterpiece at the
Or
end.
you could hang it too. You could also drill holes
Oh,
in
that'd
top.
be pretty too,
Sure.
in a window.
Lots of fun
Definitely.
things. Okay, well, we're out of time, but just remember, if you come in and mention Girl Talk, you can actually get a free glass pendant.
That's correct.
Awesome.
You can make
I love
one.
that. You can make one.
Yes.
That's the fun part. That's the best part. You can
Exactly.
make one. All right, well, this has been Girl Talk. We're here at the Vinery. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.